What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about XRP today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. All right, here we are on the 12th of May, sitting here at about $2.40 now. A little bit below there. 21 hours, 37 minutes left in the day, up 1% already. Yesterday, we closed down 4% to the downside. Looking to bearishly engulf, but we didn't. We pulled back up a little bit. Overall, that week did provide a nice 10% move to the upside. We got 6 days and 22 hours left in this week as it stands right now. We've just begun a new week. And I really do think that this week, that last week there, that bullish engulfing week was a bit of a testament of the breakout to come. I really do believe that you're in the process of breaking out right now. This is, I think, part of your breakout move. And yesterday was a little bit turbulent on a Sunday with some low volume. I'm anticipating that today you eat that. You're just going to eat it all up in one day, man. You're going to bullishly engulf that whole candle. We will see prices by the end of today that are above $2.50, and just maybe you take it a step further and you see prices that are at $2.55. That would be nice. We've been waiting for that $2.55 close because closing above there validates a couple of things. Not just because it's the golden ratio. When you close above your golden ratio, that automatically opens up targets into the extended lands, right? Into the extensions and beyond. Okay. So closing above the golden ratio is nice for that. It doesn't mean that you're going to get there, but it makes the likelihood a lot higher, especially if you do it on the first attempt or the second attempt. Okay. But it could be the third or fourth attempt. You never, like whatever. But this would be the first attempt here, and closing above there, I think would be really nice. On the golden ratio, it has good aspects. Number two, without the fibs, if we take our most kind of relative daily high close right here, this would ultimately take out this lower high, lower low trajectory that we have. Yes, we've got higher highs right now, but we had higher highs right here. You know what I mean? This high was higher than these highs. This high was higher than that high, but it was a lower high trajectory overall. I think that getting above that high on a closing basis will solidify the fact that you are done with this downtrend. It'll solidify the fact that you're breaking out and that you are ready to see higher prices. So looking forward to that. $2.40 now. I wouldn't be surprised if either today or tomorrow, sometime this week, very, very soon, you move up to the upside, especially with all the potential positive news that's coming out revolving around the Chinese-American trade agreements that happened over the weekend here. We'll see how it goes. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour RSI is looking very productive. You're looking good, man. Looking good. I like that posturing. I like that positioning. Higher lows in the price, lower lows in the RSI. You cooled off in your indicator, and yet you're still here in the price. It's beautiful. It's a thing of beauty, man. That last hour that you had, that we just had that moved down a little bit, I wouldn't be worried about that at all. It's just a little bit of volatility, a little shake and bake for you. It does seem as though we're going to move higher. I very much do believe that we're going to move higher. I wouldn't be surprised if by the time a lot of you guys watch this, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but we will be at higher prices above 240. But time will tell. We got a lot of time left in this 1 hour time frame. Let's see. I mean, the 15, it all looks good. You're definitely going to be at higher prices. You're going to be higher than 238, 240 by the time you watch this video. Unless I produce this fast and it loads fast, but it never does. So here we are on the 4 hour time frame. Look at that, a little head and shoulders pattern, huh? I kind of guess you can see it on the 1 hour, but it's a little bit more obvious on the 4 hour. It's pretty obvious here. It's good. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. And the volume matches up and everything. So let's run with that for a second. I don't think you're going to see this come to fruition, but let's say you do. Let's talk about the things that we don't expect, because I think that's a good habit, okay? It's good to be prepared for things. From a low to a high here. Maybe we should take from a high to a low, because if we're talking about the downside, we should talk about the downside. Head and shoulders patterns are bearish, okay? You get a left shoulder, a right shoulder. You got the neckline that's like right in line perfectly. The right shoulder is a little bit shy. We need to see some higher prices. If we reject off of $2.42 and we return back to prices below $2.35, that would be very encouraging to this look that this is a head and shoulders pattern. If it is a head and shoulders pattern, and by the way, the volume decreasing like this, it's picture perfect. If this is a head and shoulders pattern, that would call for a move all the way back down to about $2.18. It could happen. I still believe everything that I've said. I believe that XRP is on its way to gloriously higher prices. But hey, we've seen volatility before. You can see a little bit. XRP likes to be volatile whenever it's not being decisive. And I think you're looking to be decisive. You're at the point where you're about to be decisive, but maybe you get one last test back. You get a higher low in this area. I'm not saying it happens. In fact, I very much believe that it doesn't happen. I think that today does close green, and I think that it even engulfs yesterday's prices. It wouldn't surprise me if you closed above 255 today, the 12th of May. But entertaining this idea of a head and shoulders pattern here at the top, I mean, it looks pretty good. it looks like a pretty good pattern. And your 1 hour RSI, while it does look productive here, you are still technically, oh, there's a, oh, I thought it was a fly, or I thought it was a mosquito, but it wasn't a mosquito. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't kill you. I'm glad my depth perception was off. It's just a little, I don't even know what kind of bug it is. A harmless bug. But you are still in a downtrend in the 1 hour time frame here, right? You've got lower highs, lower lows, the whole shebang. It is possible that you could reject from this area and go lower. And with that, again, I stand to this point. I think that you're going to move up though, because the 1 hour bouncing off the 50, that looks bullish. The 15-minute time frame is in an uptrend of its own. I think that you are going to move up higher and you're going to break out of that downtrend. But let's run with the idea that I'm wrong. If you do move up to 242, 243, and you reject from there, if you do get below like $2.35 at all, if you see it move up and then move down, or if you just see it move down, we're below 235, that really does up the chances of this $2.18 price coming to fruition. It's very possible. And then, of course, looking at this on a 4 hour basis, I mean, it's a higher low in a series of higher lows. It wouldn't be too crazy. It happens. XRP can be volatile and still be bullish. I wonder how many people are going to just abandon XRP if it drops down here and then it rips right in your face afterwards, proves you wrong. I don't believe that that's going to happen. I don't believe that it's going to go lower. I'm just entertaining that thought. I do believe that it's going to go higher, but something to focus on nonetheless. Looking at the RSI here on a daily time frame. Are you ready for the daily? We're not. We didn't even look at the 4 hour yet. Okay, looking at the RSI on the 4 hour time frame, we're bouncing off the 50, an area that we found resistance time and time again over the past few days, but we're finding support on it now. You got overbought. You've got lower lows in the 4 hour, yet you have higher lows here in the price. Really bullish. Really, really bullish environment. Everything's bullish. Every single thing about this is bullish. There's one little scenario where the 1 hour is kind of bearish here, but even the 1 hour looks bullish. So I'm having a hard time being bearish on this thing. Yes, you have the head and shoulders pattern, but it might not be respected. It's not the biggest thing out there, and all you got to do is move up. Really, you got to move up above like $2.43. If you can see that, you will invalidate the head and shoulders pattern and validate the idea that you are moving higher. And I think you will. I think that you are going to move higher. Looking at the daily time frame here, again, the expectation by the end of the day would be something that is engulfing yesterday's candle. I would think that we're up above 250, maybe even as high as 255 or beyond. I think that we are on a path right now that will take us right up to this golden ratio zone and beyond it. We are going to see prices at $2.90 to $3.12 by the end of this week, which I believe is the 18th or the 17th. Let me see what day that is. It'd be the 18th. Yeah, 18th. I believe we'll be at prices that are around, if not above, $2.90. Yeah. And if not by the end of this week, very, very early next week. But I'm telling you, man, I think we're making that move right now. I think it's going to be very productive. It wouldn't surprise me at all if XRP was at new all-time highs by the end of this week, you guys. When it comes time to new all-time highs, we're all expecting the same thing, right? At this point, I think we all know the script here, okay? XRP is going to see prices that are likely above $8.37 at a bare minimum, right? That's $8.79, I know, but I'm not going to pull out the all-time history chart. Screw it. Let's pull out the all-time history chart. Go on a monthly time frame here. High to low. Can we get the automatic? Boom, something like that. Yeah, a little bit closer. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. It's not what I meant to do. Okay, here we go. So from a high to a low, the minimum target, right? The high of the overall pattern whenever it began to the low of the overall pattern. I feel like that's a good fib. Yes, we have a slightly higher high here, but I'm not taking the fake out highs, and I can't get a high to low here. So high to low, pattern consolidation. Next target, minimum area, 837. I don't think we stop there. I think we go above $10. I even think we go above $11. But let's just say minimum target. Let's just entertain that thought. 837. We're at 240 now. XRP, you're on a path that's going to take you at least to 837, if not most likely something that's above $11, if not as high as potentially $16.40. Yes, I mean it. I genuinely mean it. XRP could see prices that are above $16 by the end of June, if not very early July. My expectation is that we're at least at $11.30. That's my expectation personally, $11.30. But it really wouldn't surprise me if we were above $13, even $14. I don't know if we get all the way up to $16. We've painted scenarios where we could see $17 and stuff like that. I certainly don't think that we get too much beyond that. I don't think that we're going to see a $20 XRP until the end of this cycle. Definitely not by the end of June or early July. But I do believe prices between about 11 to 16 bucks are very possible, and I think that's what's coming overall. Final days right now in this consolidation phase, final days, final moments, final weeks in this overall phase that you've been in for multiple cycles now, for years now. You're about to break free. You're going to let loose the goose, and the goose is going to fly real high, man. It's going to be phenomenal. I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. You've got 19 days, basically 20 days left in this month here. I think it would be fantastic. And I do believe that what's going to happen is you're going to close above this consolidation phase. You're going to have a month that just engulfs this entire range. And you likely by the end of the month will close at prices that are anywhere from like $4 to $6. That's kind of my expectation. We'll see how it goes. Take it easy. I'll see you on the next one. Hit that like button. Bye-bye.